a little country church that brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Franklin County. That sun is shining out there. It was so beautiful this morning. There was some fog in front of it, and it kind of shielded it from getting in your eyes, and that was a good thing, trust me, because it will blind you coming out 40. But it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm Joyce Gordon. I'm so glad to be here this morning. And it is just, we were so delighted to have Pastor Jordan with us this past Wednesday to let us know what a big success their yard sale was in helping getting this room redone for these children that have to be taken out of a home if they can't, in their place there maybe to wait to go to a foster home. We so much appreciate all of you out there that went and bought something or donated money to that. They raised over $8,000, and that is just terrific. So the money they have left, we're hoping that if they've got the room, we can put in a shower because the children, it's terrible when you have to take a child out of a home. Then if you got to go to the police station, to the sheriff's office and take a shower, that's even more upsetting. Or they have to go to the YMCA. So we're hoping we can find a plumber out there that would be willing to do this at a good price. Do y'all hear me out there? I'm hinting for a volunteer here. I know several plumbers, and I'm going to give them a ring, but we got to get it okay first. Then I'm going to call the lady today. But thank you all so much. So many of you that went to the sale said you heard about it on Cable 12, and I am just delighted that you did that. Just tickles, as my saying goes, it tickles me pink. Well, we got a lady with us this morning that's going to talk to us about what's going on at Phoebe Needles.
Oh, hey, Joyce. Thank you for having me on this program again.
Oh, I'm delighted.
Yes, we've really been busy at Phoebe Needles Center. Our camps have started 3 weeks ago. So we're actually, today is like the midpoint. So we have had 3 weeks, and we've got 3 more weeks of day camp as well as residential camp. This year, because the Franklin County Public Schools has a longer summer break, we decided to add on an extra week of day camp to help families that need to find, daycare during the summer with kids that are under the age of, 6th grade. And so we actually have 6 weeks of day camp, and it's very well populated this summer. We have a lot of, our attendance is really high. So wonderful. I think we're...
How many campers do you have?
So on a particular day, we may have 80 to 100 kids.
Really?
Between day camp and residential camp.
That is marvelous.
Yes, it is. So we feel that this service is filling a big niche.
Absolutely. And the experience of being there and camping and meeting new friends. I know when I went to meeting one time, I went to the Methodist Church, and I went down to Blackstone to a big seminar they had, and I made so many friends, and we kept in touch for so many years. And it's just such a good experience being away from home a little bit if you're a residential camper, and kind of having to do on your own, and then meeting new friends, and then all the activities that you have up there.
Yes, and we're very fortunate that we have a school bus that we bought that's in good shape. And we get to do field trips every week. The day campers are going on a field trip every week. And also the residential campers, we're doing about 3 days of field trips, whether that's a full day or a half day. Kind of depends on the program that they're involved in off-site. But
that's wonderful.
The residential camps are designed for rising 5th graders through rising 12th graders. And then the day camp programs are rising 1st graders through rising 6th graders. So there's a couple years there when they're going to become 5th and 6th graders where they get to choose between the 2 programs.
Okay.
And we've actually had several kids do residential camp 1 week and say, okay, I think I want to get a little more sleep maybe next week and do the day camp program so they can go home at night and then come back in the morning. But and then that way they get to enjoy both programs and make friends in both places.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I said Phoebe Needles. Phoebe Needles is like a hidden jewel up there. I mean, I always said Ferrum College was like a diamond in the rough, and we're bringing it out and let people know more about that. But Phoebe Needles, if you don't know where it is, you go right past the Ferrum College, then you take a right on Turner's Creek Road, and you go down there. I know exactly. It's about 6 miles, and you run right into Phoebe Needles, and it's I go up there when they have their fundraisers and take cookies and brownies, and we partake of hot dogs and
Yes.
barbecue and whatever it is you're serving. But it's so much fun to
Mm.
come up and do that. And people say, Joyce, you're everywhere. I said, well, when I have somebody on the show and they're having a fundraiser, I feel like I need to go and help.
Mhm.
So,
And it's nice to be in different parts of the county.
oh, it's so beautiful up there.
It really is. Yeah.
When we're up there in the fall and that place that you have for the picture, your little picture, what do you call it?
Photo booth,
photo
photo
booth, yes.
opportunity
It's,
thing.
the back behind it is so beautiful.
Mhm.
And we happened to be up there the day they had the firemen's parade. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
It had all the fire trucks coming in through
Mhm.
Callaway. I
Mhm.
mean, we got to see all the fire trucks go by. And it was, and well, for the people that was there, that was a kind of a treat.
Yes, yes.
So maybe when you do your fall one, you might want to coordinate that with them.
Yes, and that's something that I want to do actually, is to make connections with all the nonprofits and organizations in our area and try, and I haven't had time to do this yet because I'm still new in my position, but have maybe at least a quarterly meeting with the different nonprofits so that we can help support each other, partner together with some events and with others, just not competing because Callaway is not that big. But when we schedule something and unfortunately find out, oh, but they're doing that the same day, we want to be able to work with other agencies better.
Right. Well, let me tell you, they're having National Night Out, and all of these nonprofits will be there. You might want to come.
I'm not
This is
familiar with
going to
that.
be on August the 5th. Let me see if I have two of these, I'll give you one.
I can take a picture of it with my
Okay,
phone.
but it's going to be on August the 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Franklin County High School. And a lot of the nonprofits set up in the central gym, and
Okay.
they're just right around. You can go right around and talk to them.
Oh, nice. That's
This
beautiful.
is fun. We went last year and they had the band play. They had ROTC present the flag. And you get to see all of the equipment. Now, you know what? That might be a nice little field trip for your campers. They'll still be there August the 5th. That's a Tuesday.
Actually, our camps will end August 1st.
Oh, well, okay. Well, they won't. Well, you can come then.
Yes.
But this is a good time to see
wonderful.
and to make a connection
Yeah.
with all the nonprofits. We went last year. I had my little not electric, but battery operated scooter and just went around. There's free food, there's music, there's games, demonstrations, but these nonprofits set up in Central Gym and you can just walk right around and talk to all of them.
Oh, I'm definitely going. That's wonderful. Thank you for bringing that up. There are always great connections coming here.
Well, thank you. Well, you know, I try. And when I hear of something that has gone on and they didn't let me know so I could help advertise it, I mean, it's like the yard sale that they had at the Christian church. And a lot of people told them when they went that they heard about it on Cable 12. And if you can't pick us up on Cable 12, if you're on Facebook, all you got to do is go up in the corner, click on the magnifying glass, and type in Cable space 12, and Rise and Shine will pop up. So I have to go back and do it myself sometimes because I leave my papers here. And when I want to find a date or a time when somebody asks me, I have to go back and watch the show and watch the part. And a lot of people say they join in and watch to find out what's going on. So I love it when people let me know what's going on so I can help you.
Yeah.
I'm willing.
Yeah.
So like last night we had a Lions Club meeting and we're going to start helping out at Stepping Stone. They are short on people on Sundays and usually on Thursdays they're short on people. So we're going to start the Lions Club, Rocky Mountain Lions Club is going to start kind of helping them out.
Nice.
So that'll be exciting.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I am just thrilled that you've got so many campers.
Yeah.
Keeping Miss Plaisance busy cooking, isn't it?
Yes. And she loves doing it. She just loves cooking up a storm for the campers.
That's
So
wonderful.
call her Chef Sue is what she goes by, and she does a great job.
I've
She
known
brings
her.
in a flair to it. It's not just camp food. It's Sue's camp food. So yeah.
Well, hey, that's good too. I had a friend and he cooked at a Boy Scout camp and he loved gravy. He put gravy on everything. When he'd come to eat with me, it was gravy on the potatoes, gravy on the green beans, gravy on his meat, gravy. And he cooked one summer for the Boy Scout camp and those poor children. He put gravy on everything they ate. And I'm like, well, yes, but they may not have liked that like you did, but they learned to eat gravy that summer. You don't know if you like it until you try it, right? Well, and so do you still have vacancies if for somebody out there that
Yeah.
needs to use this?
Yeah, so this coming week on Sunday is when the residential campers show up. So Sunday afternoon, and then Monday mornings is when the day camp program shows up. So next week, both the day camp and residential camp are doing similar themes. So within day camp, there's two different camps the kids can choose from. One is art camp, and the other one's nature camp. And then with residential camp, there's two camps to choose from. It's art camp and nature camp as well. So right now, there are actually vacancies in both day camp and
Okay.
residential camp. So if people are just now finding out about us, there's actually room still for people to come, and the registration is online. So they can do it at 2 o'clock in the morning if they happen to work the late shift. They don't even have to talk to us necessarily unless they have questions, but we have things, I think, pretty well documented on our website, which is phoebeneedles.org. And it breaks it down into a page about residential camp on the website and a page about day camp. And our pricing is very affordable. So for 1 week of day camp, it's $150, and they get 2 snacks and lunch during that program, and some wonderful programming and a field trip. And then residential camp for the older kids is $300. And that includes being with us from Sunday night through Thursday night, and then get picked up on Friday afternoon. And that includes 3 field trips or even more during the week. So it's greatly reduced pricing. So it really costs us much more than that, at least 50% to 75% more than that. So we try to keep the cost down so families can afford it. But even at $100 for day camp or $300 for residential camp, there's simply, not money for many of our families. So actually, we've already awarded over $20,000 in camp scholarships, which means if they can't pay the $150 for a day camp or the $300, there's money there that people can apply for. So if they are just finding out about our programs and they say, well, I can't afford that, then there's another link on the website where they can go through a scholarship application, and we would review that and hopefully be able to help with that family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the website is Phoebe, PHOEBE needles.org. And when Inga was on before and we talked about how this came about being named, and there was a doctor that had a child that had cancer, correct?
Actually, he was in the railroad industry his whole
Right.
life. Arthur Needles was his name, and his daughter Phoebe had passed away before she turned 7. She was only 6 years old, and she had meningitis, and this was back in the early 1900s. So I believe it was 1913, I believe that's right, when a bad winter storm. The winds through Callaway can be pretty hard sometimes. And this one particular windstorm blew down the church and the school at Phoebe Needles Center, blew them over and did so much damage they couldn't be repaired. So they had to be taken down completely. And for a while, they were looking for some funding because they knew they wanted to rebuild a church and they wanted to rebuild the school. So the house that's on the property from 1902, which is the oldest building there now, is the one I'm living in. Well, that served as the home for the deaconesses who were the teachers. It also served as the school and as the church for several years until they were rebuilt. So Phoebe Needles Center, when you drive down the driveway, the first building you see is this beautiful old rock building. And that was completed in 1917. And that was the mission school at Phoebe Needles for 40 years. Yeah.
Okay. So now what do you use that building for now?
So it's kind of the check-in for day camp. When the camp families show up, they come in the building and it's set up for them to have snack in, and that's the check-in. And then the kids go out back to where the playground, like a playground area is, and then they transition to the pool or to the actual playground or pavilions where crafts and activities can take place. There are bedrooms upstairs now. So actually this old school, the entire upstairs was one big open room, and it was the basketball court. It had a stage where dances took place, and it was their auditorium. So in the 70s, after the mission school had been closed down in the early 50s, the building was renovated about 20 years later, and it now has bedrooms in it. So there are beds and rooms upstairs to accommodate 27 people. So it's one of our lodging buildings. The more modern building for lodging is our lodge, which has 4 bunk rooms in it. And then these are rentable for anybody, family reunions, people that want to have a conference or a retreat. So we don't stop rentals on the weekends. When we're not doing camp, we actually have rentals on the weekends. So one of the most exciting rentals we had just a couple of weekends ago was an SCA, Society for Creative Acronym, is that how you say it? Yes. That dress up in Renaissance clothing and do reenactments. They rented from us for a weekend and did all their activities at our property, and it was a lot of fun to see that. So we're open to any kind of rentals, honestly.
Okay.
And they enjoyed the property and found it so beautiful that they want to make this an annual event now.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. Well, that would have been exciting to see them dressed up in their
Yes.
Renaissance garb. Oh, well, anytime you do that again, let me know. I'm going to
I
have to come
will.
and take a look. Well, this is so nice that we have this right in our back door. I mean, Ferrum's only 10 miles away, and then PB Needles is only another 6 miles up the road. So very accessible.
Yes.
And I mean, the kids are away from home, but close to home.
Right. And we do have, with residential camp, we can take kids from anywhere, pretty much.
And do you have probably children of campers that have been there when they were young
Yes.
to return?
Yes.
That's cool.
Generations of campers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we've been doing camps for over 30 years now.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I just think it's wonderful that you've got 80 to 100 campers. That is just
Yeah.
fantastic. But again, there are still some available spaces, and we do have a phone number if you need some information. It's 540-483-1518. Always say when you're watching Rise and Shine, have your calendar out and handy pen and pencil. And I mean, I do when I'm watching programs on TV, I always have a pen handy in case I need to jot something down. And their website is all one word, phoebeneedles.org. And that's where you can go and register and find out more information about the camp.
One of my favorite residential camps, I just have to put in a little plug, that's week 6. So it's the last week of July for residential campers who are ages middle school through high school. It's an outreach camp. So every day we're going off site and we're working for other nonprofits. We partner with other nonprofits. So one day it may be going to the rescue mission in Roanoke and volunteering time in their soup kitchen, or it might be working with an agency called Renovation Alliance that builds ramps for elderly and low-income families that need a handicap ramp. So we are partnering with a lot of different nonprofits to, help their mission, and it helps our mission, and it gives the kids an opportunity to give back, which I think is really like the jewel in the crown of our summer camp program, to be honest with you.
We've got the Stepping Stone Mission that sometimes they might could use help.
We
I
have
know the
talked to
Leo
them, yeah.
Club, okay. And then I was talking to Carl Klein with Carillion, and he was looking for, kids. And Ferrum College was saying they also have kids this fall that they want them to be out in the community.
Yes,
doing
and they've
public
helped us
service.
quite a bit at Phoebe. Yeah,
So-
that freshman class at Ferrum College, they do come and help us on our property, which
That's
is really
wonderful.
great. Yes, I love that meshing and merging of the different missions. I think
Well,
that's just wonderful.
You have something lovely laying on your lap that we want you
Oh,
to tell
yes.
us about.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Let me talk about this.
Oh, it's
So-
absolutely gorgeous.
This is an amazing quilt, and it's actually a king size, or it could be for a queen size bed as well. But
Isn't that beautiful? That is so
The
lovely.
colors, the patterns,
Love it.
the amount of work that went into this is phenomenal. There's a new board member of ours, Kathy Hippoly, who has just wonderful energy. She's just a beautiful lady. And she is getting into quilting. So she kind of considers herself a beginner quilter in many ways. So she got together a group of ladies, all volunteers, came to Phoebe and spent a day cutting all of the squares and laying the pattern out. And so there were 8 of them all together, all volunteering. And then after sewing it all together and putting, a beautiful back on it, I mean, just all of this.
Now, did they get it machine quilted or did they do the quilting by hand?
So Kathy has what's called, see, I'm not a quilter, so I hope I don't botch this, but she has a long arm. So she was actually able to do it in her home.
Really?
And she said this was the first one she's done. She had the piece of equipment for about a year. And she said, well, it's time for me to really learn how to use
Bless
this.
her heart.
So, and I think the colors are just spectacular. So we are selling raffle tickets. It's one raffle ticket, it's $5, or you can get 3 tickets for $10. So hopefully that's reasonable. But if you end up being the winner, you're going to have a family heirloom right here.
Well, I purchased a quilt from a lady that had won one, and it is a king size quilt, and I paid $350 for it. But this would probably, it is so beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many tickets I'm gonna have to buy, but this is so gorgeous.
Yes, and we'll have it set up online too. So hopefully in the next few days, people can actually buy their tickets online as well. So if you're not seeing them out and about, or you don't live close to Phoebe and you can't stop by the office to buy some, you can buy them online.
You know, Liz is really good up at down here at the Redwood Farmers Market about selling things like this. So you might want to drop
Yeah.
a book off to her because she does an excellent job. She helped us out with the Lions Club when we were selling raffle
Wonderful.
tickets on $10,000. So
Wow.
if you can get a good picture of this,
Yeah.
so she can put it up, I'm sure she'd be willing to help you out. And
That's
I'm going to take a
wonderful.
book too because I've got
That's-
people that would love to have that.
Yeah,
I
Emily.
would love to have that. This is, when she brought it in, the colors are so vibrant.
Mhm.
It's just gorgeous. And I have white bedroom furniture in my bedroom. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yes, I mean,
Oh.
just the work that went in,
Yeah.
and the work and the love. I mean, for people to volunteer all the hours that go into
I
making
mean,
this.
It's so perfect. I mean, I sew myself, but I've never thought I could make a quilt because all these little squares are just perfect. There's nothing crooked about it. And this is amazing because, like I said, I sew. And I have found some pieces that have been put together. I don't know if my grandmother did it or my great aunt Irene did it, but I think I've got about 8 to 10. So I've got to take it somewhere and say, what can I do with this? How can I put it together? Because when I croak, or no, before I croak, I'm getting a quilt for all of my grandchildren. So I have 2 now. Well, then I have that king size one, but I've got some more grandchildren that I want to make sure, and I don't know if when they turn 16 or when they graduate from high school, somewhere in there, but I want to make it a really
Yeah.
meaningful presentation. So Sarah Ann Bowman finished, my Aunt Wendy started a 4 Seasons quilt. Well, then her husband got sick and she didn't get to finish it. Well, she'd already started quilting it, so I couldn't, over at Fork Mountain, they couldn't put it on the machine and do it because you have to have all these things separate. You got to have your top, your batting, and your liner. It has to be all free when they put it on that big machine. So Sarah Ann finished it for me, and it's absolutely beautiful. Then what she put around the edges, I bought the material from her. Someday, hopefully before I croak or before I give it to him, I'm gonna make little throw pillows to match
Nice.
match the trim around the outside. But it's amazing. I'm just in awe.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It's really breathtaking. I mean,
And
it's
I mean, I'm really critical when I look at sewing. I look and see if everything's sewed and everything's caught and everything's even, because I'm just kind of like that when I sew. It's got to be right, but
I just
maybe-
think it's breathtaking. I think it's one of the most beautiful quilts I've ever
it
seen.
is. And what is it? Aqua on the back?
It is,
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
isn't that pretty? It's different shades.
yep.
Oh,
And it'll come with a story. Kathy's going to be writing up a story about this. So
Oh,
it'll
cool.
actually have a story to go with it, which is really nice.
well, I have some sheets that would match it. We're gonna, okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna have some raffle tickets. Now, this is gonna be drawn on when?
It's going to be drawn on September 28th. So you have time to buy your tickets. And yeah, it's going to be a fundraiser for Phoebe Needles Center, kind of general funds for our operation. Phoebe Needles Center has been serving the community for over 125 years.
Isn't that
Which is
marvelous?
a lot of people don't know that. But, it's getting more and more difficult to get grant money and things like that. So this is a clever, I think, and a good way to help us raise funds.
Yeah,
I also just wanted to mention real quick, we have a wish list that we're going to be putting on our website, things that we still need for the next 3 weeks of camp. And then other things, some larger items as well, like a full-size refrigerator. Our golf cart is not behaving nicely this summer. And it's kind of a critical piece of camp so we can because we have 78 acres on the property. And getting supplies from one place to the other, having a golf cart that actually works is nice. We need a couple of twin mattresses. We had some damage during one of the camps to a couple of mattresses, so they're going to have to be dumpster bound. But the list is, everything from art supplies to toilet paper to some of these larger items like I was talking about. Another larger item that we really need is like a heavy-duty backpack leaf blower. And, if we had to go out and purchase all these things, we simply don't have the
have
funds
you
for that.
talked to the Ferrum Lions Club? You might want to, see, we have service projects. And I was saying, before we went on the air, our club has voted to help get personal items for students at Franklin County High School. And so, and there's also grants too that Lions Club, because that, you might want to.
Yes,
contact
they
Dave
do
Newcomb.
give us donations every year. The Lions Club and
Okay.
Ferrum has been a wonderful supporter of ours. We're blessed. I mean, because of the amount of scholarship requests that we have gotten, there have been times when we're just saying we're not sure we can cover this, and our office manager Stacy will put a blurb on, out through like an email blast or on our Facebook page, and overnight, sometimes we've pulled in like $1,500 overnight by saying we have this many campers that can't afford to come. Can you please help? And the money comes, and we're always in awe
blessed.
of
So
the love
blessed.
that's out there that people have.
So we've got on here outdoor activity and game items like spray bottles, water squirters, sponges, big sponges, outdoor games, outside play equipment. Do you have like cornhole?
We
have some of
do. We
those?
do have those. We've got
Okay.
2 sets.
And when you say water bottles, you mean like one for a kid to put some water in and take with them?
Yeah, it's yes, a lot of times families don't have water bottles to bring for their kids, and because
Okay.
it's summertime and we go on field trips, and it's a water bottle that they can refill
Right.
and then drink throughout the day.
Somebody donated a lot of those to the school when they went on their field trip. Let me check and see who did that.
Okay.
We might have a connection
That
there
would
and
be
can
great.
get you
I
some
know
water bottles.
Carillion sometimes does that. Some of the banks have
Yeah.
water bottles. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, hey.
I know. I love picking your brain. You have so much information in there. It's lovely.
Well, this fellow
morning,
that
it's
used to
been
be,
great.
he used to be president of the PTA at Boone's Mill years ago. I was doing the fundraiser committee and he was president. So anything he needed, the first thing he did, he called me. And usually Joyce can find it. He said, if I want to know something, that's where I go. And I'm so glad when I can make a connection for somebody and it will help somebody that just.
It's like a big cha-ching.
Yes, it
It's
is.
like a magical moment.
So other things that they could use is large sponges, rags, hoses, buckets, paper towels, long outside extension cords, art supplies like clay, Play-Doh tools, popsicle sticks, pipe cleaners, glue, googly eyes, beads, food coloring. Do you do anything with yarn?
Yes, we do on occasion, definitely.
Okay, I've got you. I
Oh,
have
yeah?
yarn. I used to crochet all the time, but I've got some yarn I need to get rid of.
Wonderful.
Yes, I do.
Wonderful.
Food items, Gatorade mix, lemonade mix, seasonal fruit, granola and cereal bars, peanut butter, grape jelly, watermelons and popsicles. So the things, the long
Yes.
skinny things that you freeze, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha on that. Larger items, full-size refrigerator, backpack gas-powered leaf blower, 600 plus CFM, bedroom chest of drawers, twin-size mattresses, portable AC units, playground equipment, golf cart, and a zero-turn mower. You know, I talked to a guy that has a zero-turn mower. Or was it, no, he had a motorcycle and he wanted to get a zero-turn mower. Okay, that's just backwards. Volunteers are needed, nurses and counselors needed to help with children with special needs, folks looking for an internship or service hours for graduation purposes, retirees wanting to do community service, volunteers to help with landscaping, office duties, cleaning, and cooking. They rang a bell. These kids, have you contacted like they don't call it the Beta Club anymore, but there's kids in school that have to do service hours for their
In high school?
honor
High school?
society?
High
Yes.
school? Okay.
Let me get in touch with the principal there.
Mhm.
I have him on from time to time. Let me see what I can find out.
Yeah,
And
that would
get
be
you a
wonderful.
contact person.
Because that's a win-win. Again, they have something that they need to do to graduate or for their clubs,
Right.
and then we need help
Well,
and
because-
throughout the year.
Because the girl across the street used to come over and help me, and I'd sign off for her that she had done these service hours. Well, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, and college students who are maybe studying psychology or nurses that have hours to put in for their program, because it's heartbreaking. I mean, the work that we do, I really believe in it, but it's heartbreaking when we look at the registration forms of a lot of the campers that are coming with antidepressants, and they're young kids. Who are on anxiety medication and all of this. And then camp can be triggering because there's a lot of activity and they're in close proximity. We're doing a lot of things, and we're actually sometimes doing things like team building with them where we are kind of giving them problems to solve and maybe slightly stressing them, because just slightly, when psychology and brain studies are showing that when a person is just slightly stressed is actually when they learn the best. So if you're kind of in your comfort zone and everything's really peachy, you're not learning as much as if you're slightly stressed. So with our team building activities, we kind of slightly stress people, adults. We do year-round adult programs as well as at Phoebe. But with the team building, you're purposely slightly stressing them to think outside the box, work with their team within like a certain amount of time, and then the big, aha, we did this, and then there's all these takeaways that they get, right? But camp can be triggering for some kids who are already suffering from ADHD or have anxiety issues, and having some support with people who are studying psychology that can maybe be on call if we have a child that needs to talk to somebody, or, maybe it's a repeat behavior that we're seeing and we're like, we're not sure how to deal with this. The week goes by really quick, but we just want to be able to serve the best way we can. And reading these registrations from camp over the last 3 years, it's growing, the number of kids that have, I would say,
It's so
emotional
sad.
things. And I know that COVID had a lot to do with this. I think we're still recovering from that. But who knows how many decades that might still be in our lives.
We were talking about, I had a sister that passed away a few weeks ago, and we were talking about, I was the third one of what they already had two of. Okay, so I'm not the middle child, but they already had two girls, so I'm number 3. Well, then my brother was born. Well, then that certainly just kicked me right out of the nest. So I said, I just kind of grew up myself. I'm kind of like a self-made woman. I mean, it's honest to God's truth. I had to teach myself. They were older than me. My oldest sister was 8 years older. My other sister's 5 years older, and my hair was poker straight. So I wanted it curly. So they didn't want to help me. So I rolled these pin curls about this big. I don't know if you can see it. And I had 4 big ones. So I had 3 blocks to walk to my elementary school. So when I took the penguins out, and oh, it was curly. And time I boing, 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 and walked to school. By the time I got to the street, it's probably straight as a stick. Anyway, I tried.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I say I am a self-made woman because my sisters were older and they were doing their own thing, and here I came along, and then brother came along and just really did push me out of the nest.
Mm.
But it's hard to think about children having anxiety problems. But with these cotton picking phones and the
Yeah.
computer, we were out. I have a cousin. He's from April to November older than me, and my dad tells me this story. They came camping at Dalton State Park. Well, Corby, like I said, he's 6 months older than me. I guess we were cooking, and we were making mud pies. And Daddy said it was this far away from my mouth, and he had a spoon of mud that he was going to feed me. We were 3 years old.
Oh.
So I have gotten in touch with Corby. He is retired now. He used to be on Wall Street. So I am going to plan a trip to go to New York to see Corby. We haven't seen each other since the early 70s.
Oh, wow. That would be
But I don't know how I got on that subject. Anyway, it's just hard to
Connecting kids with nature is one of the things that we really love to do. And it says very clearly in our information about camp that it's a time for them to unplug. So they're not supposed to be bringing cell phones to camp. They're not supposed to have the smart watches, no iPads. So it's electronics-free camp so that they can really connect not only with themselves and with other people, but also with nature. So for us, that is a really high priority because I think the social media is causing a lot of anxiety.
Well, and this bullying thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. And even grown-ups do it. It's
Yeah.
not just children.
No.
But you got to set a better example
Yeah.
for our kids. Well, we are so excited about this quilt. And this is going to be given away on the Sunday afternoon. It doesn't have a time on here.
No time, but just the day,
Well, what
the
time is
28th.
what time is the dinner? Is this,
It'll be late afternoon, mid to late afternoon
now,
on
are
the
there
28th.
tickets for the dinner? How is that going to work?
We're still kind of hatching all of that.
In
We're
in
figuring it
progress.
out,
Okay.
how we're
Well,
going to do that,
once
because it's
you-
going to be a farm-to-table dinner, and we'll have more information
Oh,
later.
wonderful. At Farm to Table, it's so wonderful. I had fresh green beans this past week. Love Roma beans and corn on the cob. Oh, word, it is so good. It's
Yeah.
fresh. Oh, delicious. Well, we are so excited about this. I'm so excited that you have got so many campers. I just think that is marvelous, and I love it for the children. I might even have to come up and visit one day.
Oh, please do. Please
Yeah.
do. It's a lot of fun.
I would love to do that. So.
Do you want to show them your camp T-shirt?
Oh, yeah, look what I got. Now, when I go up and volunteer up at Phoebe Needles, I'll wear my camp T-shirt. Well, if I can get it. Look at this. It's got Phoebe Needles on it. She
Same
asked
as
me
me, so we
yesterday.
can look like twins.
Yes, ma'am. Well, no, your hair's not that short. But I thank God I've got hair. But look at this. She brought me a camp T-shirt. She's always bringing me presents. I use my cup all the time
Nice.
that she brought me, and I've got to get a frame for that picture that she gave me. But thank you so much. And thank you so much for
Well,
taking your time
thank you
and
for
coming
inviting
and
me.
telling us. Now, I want you to start coming and telling us about the programs you have for adults when
Okay.
that starts up.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people don't know about that.
Well, we do have a wonderful Center for Lifelong Learning program on the second
Yes.
Tuesday of every month. And that's again online. We advertise it through Facebook, but also it's on our website.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if we have people watching, we want you to come and
Okay.
let the people know about it. Well, thank you so much. I just appreciate so much taking your time away from camp and bringing this beautiful quilt. And you're going to give me some, I'm going to have some raffle tickets to sell out there. So if you all see me, I will have some. So we're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. And I've got some more announcements for you. So stay with us.
It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. One bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2-for-4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
At Shentel, we understand our first responsibility is to provide you with fast, reliable internet at reasonable prices. That's why we're excited to offer Powerhouse from Shentel, new faster internet packages that are more affordable than ever. Powerhouse packages are designed to provide that peace of mind you want. Choose between 4 simple, hassle-free internet packages. When just a few people use your network regularly, 50 megabits per second, our lowest Powerhouse speed, is probably more than enough. Priced for your budget and still faster than what most other providers can deliver. 50 megs not quite enough? Bump up to 150 to make sure no one buffers. And for the multi-user, multi-device, heavy gaming video streaming household, we offer an enhanced speed package of 300 megs. But since your needs change daily, you have the option to push your network to the max with the top tier that reaches speeds up to a gig. That's 1,000 megs per second. We've heard you, and we know you want value. Powerhouse helps you get the most out of your internet with easy-to-understand rates that are just plain better. Combine these incredible new speed packages with our amazing unlimited data option and surf, stream, and download to your heart's content. Powerhouse is the result of Shentel's hard work to expand and upgrade our network. We made sure to build it to fit your needs right now and continue to make improvements so it'll be strong enough for your future. Learn more about Powerhouse at Shentel.com. Make the switch and turn your house into a powerhouse today. The fastest internet from the one provider that calls this place home. Shentel, always connected to you.
Our roads and highways are busier than ever.
With tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
Accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
Founded by Bob and Belle Cooper in 1975, Uttermost has been family owned and operated for over 45 years. The name Uttermost comes from the Bible, Acts chapter 1, verse 8. This verse expresses our personal beliefs to share God's word to the uttermost part of the earth. Though rooted in our time-honored traditions, we prioritize expanding our collections each season with the most fashion-forward products in the industry. We take pride in our innovative product design, attention to detail, and first-class customer care, making us a respected resource for retailers and interior designers around the world. Join the Uttermost team. We are now hiring directly for a variety of positions. To learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
If the workday's over but your hunger is gearing up, go for all the hand-breaded chicken you can handle. Cause with 8 pieces of handcrafted chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, you can clock out and still enjoy a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. And we're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the Blind Guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year, no questions asked warranty. This year, let the Blind Guys help you see the possibilities.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Doyle Custom Embroidery is your family-owned, faith-based choice for custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat printing right here in Franklin County. If you want to improve your business's image, promote your event, or just create your own custom product, then Doyle Custom Embroidery is your choice. We can embroider anything that will hold a stitch. Check out our huge selection of quality products at dcestore.com. And remember, we'll keep you in stitches.
It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. 1 bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2-for-4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
Well, those sausage biscuits looked awful good on that Bojangles ad, and you do go partake of those once in a while. They got these on sale now, 2 for $4, and we so much appreciate the Arringtons and Bojangles advertising with us, so we have to go down and take advantage of those specials. We're so glad to have Ms. Ingo with us this morning from Phoebe Needles. They do have spaces at camp, and I did read the wish list of things that they can use to help with the camp. And that's so wonderful, 80 to 100 campers. Can you imagine what an experience that is? And it's such a beautiful place. If you've never been there, take a Sunday afternoon ride up Phoebe Needles, right past Ferrum College, take a right on Turner's Creek Road, and go down there 6 miles, you run right smack dab into Phoebe Needles. Okay, well, this is Friday, so last night we did have the Ferrum Farm Market up there. It was from 3 to 7. Then on the second Saturday in the month, they're open from 8 to 12. There will be a fish fry tonight at Ferrum College. This is the first one. They've been closed for like 3 weeks. So tonight there will be a fish fry at Ferrum College from 4:30 till 7. And then we have the farmers market in Rocky Mount. It's open on Saturdays, usually from 9 to 1. Oh man, the fresh corn has come in. It is absolutely delicious. And let me tell you, if you've never cooked it in the microwave, if you put 2 ears of corn in the microwave, you put 4 minutes for the first ear, and then add 2 minutes on if you put 2 ears in there. Put it in there in the shuck. Don't shuck it. I see women shucking corn in the grocery store, and I'm like, don't do that. And sometimes I've told them how to cook it in the microwave. Then I kind of let it sit after it finishes and steam a little bit and put some butter on that. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely delicious. And the green beans, I had Roma beans and fresh corn on the cob the other day and squash. This is my time of year. I love it. Okay, so anyway, they have that at Farmers Market. So, and then at Redwood Farmers Market down here, she has corn. I see the sign. She's got tomatoes, peaches. She's had watermelons, and she has Halifax melons. So do take advantage of that because they are delicious. Okay, coming up next weekend, it's the Roanoke Valley Community Credit Union is presenting the Smith Mountain Lake first ever professional rodeo. It's going to be July. I'm so sorry. It's today and tomorrow. The gates open at 6 p.m. The rodeo starts at 8 p.m. General admission is $20. Ages 6 through 10 is $15. Ages 5 and under, it is free. The first 100 kids get a free bandana. Food vendors will be there, shopping, and a whole lot more. They're going to have bareback riding, saddle bronc, calf roping, breakaway roping, steer wrestling, team roping, barrel racing, and bull riding. get over down and see some of those Cowboys. And that is July 11th and 12th, so that is today and tomorrow. I'm so sorry, I was thinking it was next weekend. Time flies, you know what? When you get older, it goes even faster. Okay, the 11th annual Autumn Fest fundraiser for the Stepping Stone Mission Soup Kitchen is going to be September the 27th. Now, I know that's a ways away, but they are looking for vendors. So if you would like to take your wares there and sell them, it's $50 to get a table. Then whatever you sell, the money that you make, it's yours. So they are looking for vendors to set up. It'll be at the parking lot there in front of the stadium at Franklin County High School. It'll be on September 27th from 10 to 3 p.m. You can stop by the soup kitchen and talk to Stacy there, or the email address, if you would like to contact Marie, is mariekan31@gmail.com. Again, this is all one word. mariekan31@gmail.com. So they are looking for vendors to set up for that. Put on your calendar, because time, you know how time flies. The Smith Mountain Lake Boomer Band, it is a charity concert, and the people that will benefit from this is the Warming Shelter and the Soup Kitchen and Helping Hands. It's called The Sound of Compassion, and there will be a dance floor. Stacy and I were talking about this last week, and I told her, I said, you mean I can get up and shake a leg? And we got so tickled over that, because most people know I don't have but one. The tickets for that, for the premium seats, is $75 for a premium seat, $25 general admission, and there will be raffles going on there, and this is one of their fundraisers. They operate totally, Stepping Stone Mission operates totally on donations. They are not federally funded. Put on your calendar, Tuesday, August the 5th, from 6 to 8 p.m. is National Night Out, and that all of our police, the Office of the Sheriff, DWR, State Police, Franklin County Fire and Rescue, they'll have police displays, free food vendors, demonstrations, games, exhibits at the Franklin County High School. So put August the 5th on your calendar. We went last year and thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got the band again. And tonight there will be a movie on the move at Jamison Mill. I think that's down towards Martinsville. I'm not sure where that is. Starts at 8 o'clock for outdoor games and kids' activities, followed by the showing of Mufasa. Dress accordingly, bring a chair, blanket, and light source. Snacks and drinks will be for sale. That is tonight. And then next Friday, okay, we do have a concert by Canoe tonight, and let's see who's playing. There's Ashley Watkins and Andrew Small and friends will be playing for the concert by Canoe. And if you've probably been before, you know how to get there. All right, put on your calendar, July 18th, that's next weekend, the Wallflowers will be playing at it is a Seasons Charity Concert Series at the Coves Amphitheater at Smith Mountain Lake. You go out 40 East and you take, I'm not sure if you take a left or a right, or 301 Ivy Lane, Union Hall. You can put that in your GPS. So the skyboxes you can rent, they're $800. They include 6 tickets. It has enclosed climate, controlled space, private deck, and access to a VIP bar area and restroom facilities. Now, Wallflowers, if you do not know, he is the son of Bob Dylan, and this will start at 6 p.m. That sounds exciting, and then they've got more coming up, but I think that's all the announcements I got for you today. I hope you have a great weekend. It looks like it's going to be some nice weather. Might have a few showers, but we do need the rain. So have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday. We'll have H.L. Nolan and Officer King with us, and they're going to promote this National Night Out. So we'll see you again on Monday morning. Have a great weekend.